90% of you are going to hate what I'm about to say, but if you've lost your faith or deconstructed as a pastor, most of the time it's based on presumption and really not the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is so annoying listening to deconstructed Christians share how they walked away from the faith because someone judged them or wrongfully something was taught. But most of the time, it's from simple questions of faith that they did not understand, and yet it does not at all attack the integrity of the Christian faith. I'll give a point. The other day, I'm listening to a video from a pastor or ex-pastor, and he was sharing that he did not realize that the Bible was not the words of Jesus. Well, it is the words of Jesus. However, in Greek and Hebrew, they would use paraphrasing, right? They would take the main idea and share that. So yes, the words we read in the New Testament are not the literal words of Jesus. However, they are his teachings because it is the idea, the concept, the thing that he was teaching the people of the day. One of them even said, well, the Gospel of John isn't the real words of Jesus. However, I know that because it's written in Greek. But Jesus did say these things. These are the things he taught. Just because it isn't word for word like we would write it today does not mean it's any less important or valuable, because the Word of God does have power. And then talking about judgmental people. Guys, there's judgmental people everywhere. I get judged for being too vocal about my faith. I get judged because I don't watch TV shows like everybody else. I get judged because I don't smoke, drink, chew. I don't do any of those things. Or that I don't listen to secular music. I get judged for that because of how I live out my faith. How is it Christians get the bad rep for being judgmental, but the world is just as bad as Christians, if not worse? And then let's talk about hard times. Guys, there were moments I lost my faith. There were moments I questioned God. And I have seen him do miracles. I've seen him do crazy, outstanding miracles like cancer disappearing, all kinds of things. I still see those things today. But when I was struggling, when I was depressed and I was going through loss, asking God why, it nearly did break me. But in the end, it drew me closer to him, because I realized that in those moments, I had a friend who would not leave me. So if you've deconstructed, I'm not attacking you. But what I'm trying to say is quit trying to pull everyone else out of the faith just because you failed to maintain. Matthew 13 talks about you. You need a good heart, not a heart that is thorny or stony or hard. God bless.